it's your girl India and welcome to my first YouTube video. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a diamond hard Valentine's Day makeup look, so stay tuned. First, of course, I started off with her skin prep and I went in with some moisturizer, some rose toner, some hyaluronic acid, and I also went in with some Morphe setting spray. I also went in with a foundation closer to her skin tone, and then we went in with a concealer that was 2 shades lighter. And I like to apply my concealer with a brush just because you get to control the product a little more, and you just want to place the concealer where lights hit the face naturally. After I went in with my concealer, I went in and shaped her nose with some contour. And I like to add some contour to the top of the lip just for like a little pout. And then I started to blend out my concealer with my foundation brush. And I just find that it makes it much more blendable and much more seamless when you do use the foundation brush to blend out the concealer, especially like the edges. I find that very, very, very helpful. So that's literally a tip right there, to blend your concealer out with your foundation brush. And I go and do that on both sides. Also, with that foundation brush, I like to go in the edges of the concealer sometimes just to blend that in with the nose contour that I placed earlier. That also gives it a very seamless look. And I used a blush from the Makeup Forever palette. I'm not sure which blush it was. I just chose a blush that was appropriate for the look. And that's what you MUAs out there should do. You go ahead and you choose what's going to be best for the look. You know what's best. So in here, I'm just adding some more concealer with under her eyes, the same shade that I used before. And then also you will see me add just a dab of lighter concealer just for that little bright under eye to go with this makeup look. Sometimes I add the bright under eye. Not all clients like that, so I kind of really go into doing makeup with my clients' preferences in mind. So here I did add a lighter concealer in the inner corners of her eye, and I literally just tapped that out. I didn't want to drag it to place it in another spot. I literally just wanted it to be right where I placed it. So I just tapped it, tap, 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 tap. And that's how you're going to blend your lighter concealer out. You don't ever want to blend your lighter concealer out how you blended your first concealer out. And I like to do one eye at a time sometimes just because I like to avoid as much creasing. And I went in with the Laura Mercier setting powder just to set the concealer under her eyes. And you also want to do that anywhere else you place concealer on the face. Here I'm going in with the Juvia's Place bronzer. It's the one not right before the deep one. It's the tan one. And I'm just going in all the spots where I want to contour her face. So that's going to be her forehead, her jawline, and then I also just like to go under the chin as well. And right here, I'm just going to go down the sides of her nose with the same bronzer that I used on her face. And I like to just use up and down sweeping motions. And I like to also take it up into the eyebrow. And I'm using the Juvia's Place Volume 4 blush. I really do love that blush. It is so like pretty and pink. It went well with this look. So that's the blush I decided to use. And then sometimes I usually just like to, just dab my brush on the forehead just so everything can be one. When you're doing makeup, everything that you do to one side, you want to do to the other. So that's just what I like to do. And then we're going to go and bake the sides of her nose just to make her bronzer stand out a little more. And I'm just going to go ahead and press that powder in, adding a little more under the eyes, just in case I have any fallout with my eyeshadow. And then I'm also going to go up the bridge of the nose to go ahead and bake that with a translucent powder. And with the brows, you literally just want to shape what your client have. I don't do everybody eyebrows the same. I hate that look, and I find it easier to just work with what you have. So that's gonna be my advice to y'all for eyebrows. I literally just went under the brow. I started from the top and I used my brush and dragged it all the way to the end of the brow. And that's how you get a uniform eyebrow and them to look as identical as possible. And as you can see here, I'm just blending that concealer out on the top and the bottom just to get ready for my eyeshadow. And that's also a tip as well. Blend your concealer down on your eyelids so your eyeshadow can have something to stick to just besides bare skin. And I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to use this pinky pink shade. And for this look, I'm just directly tapping this color and pigment on the bulge of her eyeball lids. Like, I don't know if y'all can understand what I'm saying, but that was the inspiration and that was the look. So I try to stay on path and on track with the look. So that's what you see me doing here. And also for your pigment to show up, a tip would be to spray your brush and then dip into your eyeshadow and then apply it and see how much more pigment shows up after you spray your brush. I chose the Milani red lipstick to go ahead and outline this heart on her eyes, and I also used a very small detail brush to help me with my outline of the heart. That is very essential when you're trying to draw stuff and do super detailed things, is to use a small brush. And I'm doing that on the other side, filling in the heart with the red lipstick as well. And then I'm gonna go on top of that with red eyeshadow just to make sure everything is in place and locked in. Just like your set concealer, I'm basically just setting the hearts with a red eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go ahead and outline the hearts with glue, and then I'm going to start doing the rhinestones. So enjoy this little clip right here. LOL, my client got stuck to her, and then we're just gonna go ahead and dust that powder off, tap that into the skin, and then we're gonna go in with our Morphe setting spray just to melt those powders into the skin. This step is essential, and you want to drench your client. Drench them. I don't care how they feel. Go ahead and do that. That's going to help them in the long run so they don't look cakey and ashy. Then I also went in with a white eye pencil just to give her that white under eye, and I went on top of that with a pink eyeshadow just to make that stand out. So the white was literally just a base for the pink. And I sprayed her down one more time. If you guys liked today's video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment in the comment section what you want to see more from me. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.